Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Luxury Live show. It's good to see everyone here. And yeah, we have my co-host, Fashionably Amy, here on I always get the side wrong, on this side. And yeah, if you're new to this live stream, we do this every week, alternatively on my channel and then on Amy's channel, and we cover all topics related to luxury. And today we have a topic about a tag, actually. So, and hang on, I actually can't hear Amy, so let me just
Kat, do you mind if I did you join the room yet?
No, we are doing this on two platforms, so please bear with us. We are trying to figure it out. Well, I'm trying to figure it out so that I can make sure I can hear Amy as well. So no, hang on.
Did I do it right?
I actually can't hear you, Amy.
Me neither.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, did I do it right then? What is going on?
Give me a second. Okay, so maybe we don't do the yeah.
I can't. I started the room, but I don't see you.
Yeah, I know. So, okay, people, just bear with us. I'm trying to go into the room. So we're doing this on two channels, actually. We're doing it on Clubhouse as well as YouTube. So I actually can't see the room, Amy.
That is so weird. Am I doing something wrong?
Oh, that's strange.
Oh,
okay.
Wait. Is it working now?
Well, I need to see your room, so let me just go and join Amy.
Is it working now?
I don't see it.
Why?
Okay, now I see it. All right, join room. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. It's probably my fault because I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, sorry guys. Welcome back to the club room. Okay, I'm gonna let Kat continue her speech.
Okay, so what's happening is actually we are doing this on two platforms. So on YouTube as well as Clubhouse. So if any of you prefer joining on Clubhouse, maybe you're outside, you don't really want to watch the video and it might take up a lot of data. That's what I understand. So you can actually listen to the whole live stream on Clubhouse. You can join myself and Amy. And we apologize if there's a bit of, technical things. It's like how we started the live stream a year ago. There's always these little technical things. Just give us maybe a couple more weeks to get a hang of it and we will be fine. So we do see a few people in the Clubhouse. So thank you for joining us. Okay, so introductions and interruptions aside, today we are going to start off with a fun little video. So we did a tag on Amy's channel last week. So I'll do a tag on this channel as well. And there's this tag that was created by Tania from Bits and Bags, and she tagged me quite a while ago, and I haven't gotten into doing it because I was just telling Tania, this is a hard tag to do. It requires a bit of imagination. So why don't we do it together with all of you? So the tag is called If I Were a ... And you can select. So she had a few categories. It's bags, SLGs, shoes, makeup, perfume, and a wild card. Okay, so I watched a few videos, and we are going to imagine ourselves. It could be our personality, it could be a trait that we have, anything that represents us in any of these categories. So if I were something, and why would that bag be representative of me? So anyway, I told Tania that this is a hard tag to do, which is why it took me so long to say, okay, let's do it. So why don't we do it in a live stream so that Amy can join in and we will just imagine. So we are going to start with a bag. So if I were a bag, and I'll let Amy start. So sure. Amy will go first.
We'll do some show and tell as well. Okay, I see that Tania is in the live too. Hi, Tania. Okay, so bags is so hard, right? Because I love every single bag of mine, and I feel like every single bag actually represents me. Otherwise, I wouldn't buy it. But Yeah, I just went with the very trusty Flap. The one that I picked is the black one in caviar in square shape. This is the only one that is in square shape in my entire collection, which I just posted my entire collection video recently. So why I chose this one? Aside from the fact that it's my favorite and most worn handbag, I feel like it represents me because it's durable, it's functional, it's reliable, and I feel like I'm those things. Like I'm not super durable, but I'm a loyal person to my friends and family. I'm a very practical person, so like functional, practical. But I'm also very like, I don't fuss about bringing the whole kitchen sink with me. So like I'm very like a light packer. So this is like perfect for me because I need my phone, my keys, my little card holder wallet, and a few more bits and bobs, which it actually fits in this bag. It's actually so roomy. So like, yeah, I'm practical, a loyal person, and I'm pretty petite, so this is like a petite, like it's a mini bag, right? So yeah, I just feel like this is probably the most representative of me. I can be very casual and very dressy. This bag, you can wear it with a sweatshirt, cardigan, or you can wear it at a wedding with a nice little black dress. It's so versatile. So I feel like it's probably the best to represent me because, yeah, if I look at the any other bags, they do represent me, but I just feel like this one is really me. So, yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. Actually, I was thinking that you might either pick this or your 19. I was thinking like you might pick your 19 because I was thinking like maybe you would pick your 19 because like the 19 is edgy and you've got that side of you, but it's practical as well. So I was like, oh, which is she gonna pick?
I know. It's like that. Like I said, it's so hard because I feel like every bag can represent me. And you're right. Like the 19 is my most recent favorite. Like it's the bag that you can like you don't have to downsize. Like downsizing is not even something that I need to worry about. So, like it could have been the 19 too. Yeah, I just had to pick one.
So while we tell what we would select as our bag, make sure you all comment in the comment section and the live to say what bag represents you and why, maybe a trait, like how Amy has gone through, why that bag represents you. So for me, I actually don't, because I think if you can see the background, if some of you don't know, I'm actually in quarantine again. I'm back in Singapore, so we are doing 14 nights here. It is night number, I actually lost count, 6 or 7. I don't know.
Is it? I think you went in on March 1st, right?
Yeah, so I came in on a sixth night. Okay.
Yeah.
So what bag that represents me? I thought about it for a few days, and also when I saw the tag, I don't have it with me, and I actually don't have it anymore. But I feel like the bag that represents me is a Lindy, an Hermes Lindy. So why I picked the Lindy is because first, that bag is a little strange, and I am a little strange. Like people who meet me for the first time, they would think like, am I loud? But sometimes I can be very what do you call it, like reserved. So I have many moods, so people can't really know me until they know me. So I always see myself like this extroverted, introverted person. So I just feel like the Lindy is that. Like you see it, you're like, oh, that's interesting, and the shape, and it's just a little odd. And I also am a person that likes expensive things, but I don't like them to be known. And I just feel like the Lindy is also that kind of bag. You only know it if you know it because it's Hermes, and then you actually appreciate it without the logos and everything. And I just feel like that is the unique trait of the Lindy. And I feel like that's me also, because I like to carry my expensive things, but I actually don't like people to know that I'm carrying expensive things. It is so odd. It's like, if I carry my Chanel bags and somebody points it out, I'll be like, no, it's not. But I kind of like I'm okay that they know, but yet I don't want them to know. So I have this really strange behavior when it comes to my bags. And I feel like the Lindy's that if you know it, and you don't have to point it out. But if somebody says that, oh, here's a Lindy, you're like, yeah, it's a Lindy, you know? I just feel like that's why I picked the Lindy. It's oddly shaped. Like I'm a little odd in that sense. I just feel I'm odd. Some people would say, you know, you're carrying a bag, you should be proud of it, you should say it. But I'm the actual opposite. I don't want people to know that I'm carrying an expensive bag or I like expensive things. So anyway, so that's why I picked the Lindy.
That's so interesting because I never thought of that way about you, like in terms of like not obviously like I carry things like or dress the way I dress, but not because I want people to know, but I actually don't mind if people notice. Like I'm like, oh, I'll like take the compliment. So
Yeah,
I didn't see that from you. Really?
Really. So I like to be self flashy. Like I want to be flashy, but it's just for my own satisfaction. Like if I go around, like let's say I wear everything, it's all for me, myself, you know. But if somebody points it out, I get really not shy, but almost like defensive, like, oh my God, you can see it. It's like, you know, I'm like in my own little bubble, you know, so I'll wear my makeup, but I don't do it for anyone else, but just for my own self-satisfaction. Like I'll wear the brown lipstick and all this, and I know people can see it, but when somebody points it out, I actually retract back. I'll be like, yeah. I don't know. It's such a strange trait that I have, and I don't know why.
Is it more with like strangers or with people that you are already familiar to?
Everyone. So
Really?
sometimes, yeah,
Wow.
it's interesting, right? I know. So like when I go and teach my gym classes, so obviously I don't take off everything, right? I don't take off my bracelets. I will actually wear, like, do I have it with me? I'll have like a band. So during the class, I'm just me, you know, teaching the class. But the moment class finishes, I'll take it off. And maybe the member who knows me will say, wow, you got nice earring. I'm like, yeah. But obviously they can see it. But it's very odd that when people actually say it to me, I actually retract back. And the only people that I don't retract back from is people who are really close to me. Let's say like you, Amy. I know you like it. So you're like, I'm like, yes, very nice. But everyone except those, I don't like it. I don't like it. So I say I'm an extroverted introvert. So I just feel like that's so strange. So I picked the Lindy for that, you know? I picked the Lindy for that.
Yeah, the Lindy is like, I think out of the quota bags is probably like the most recognizable like Hermes other bag that is like super interesting. Yeah. Is SLG next?
Yes, SLG next.
Okay. I wonder if anybody would have been able to like think that I chose this. And I have my reasons. Okay. So I chose this. My card holder from Chanel in the gold crocodile embossed calf skin. This one was from the Egyptian collection 2019, so 19A, one of the most famous collections out there. Why I chose it? Not because I'm a loud person, no. I chose it for the SLG because, just like Kat said, I don't think I appear extroverted. I don't think that's something that people would say about me. I'm definitely an introvert person. I love to self-reflect. I love the quietness of my home. I like to stay home, but I can get very chatty if you know me well. Like, we have a group of like girls that we just like DM like almost every day. Actually, it goes crazy. The phone goes crazy, and I can have a lot to say if you know me well. So I'm kind of this card holder. You don't see the not extroverted, but like you don't see the very social, like have a lot of things to say side about me because it's usually hidden. It's usually inside a bag, right? The SLG. But once I'm out, then yeah, kaboom. It's like I have so many opinions. So like, you know, so much to say. But on the outside, when you don't see me, I keep it to myself. I have my, thoughts, and I also love to, you know, like the misconception about being introvert or extrovert is not about how social you are. That's actually a misconception. It's only about how you prefer to interact with the world, basically. So for me, when I have my ideas or when I form my own ideas and thoughts, I need my space and I need my quiet and I need my like self-reflection to form those thoughts. It's more like if you ask me something and I need to like tell you what my feedback is, I usually kind of need that space and that piece to really come up with the opinion and with the like the almost like the how like I can express that idea properly. I need that space to do it. Whereas the more extroverted people, they tend to like just blurt it out, like they whatever it's in their head, they say it out. Like it's that's the difference between introvert and extrovert. It's not about how social they are. That's actually not true. But yeah, I just picked this card because I feel like this is one of those, you don't see it, but when you see it, it's like, ooh, she's like,
she's flashy.
She's on a roll. Like, she has a lot.
You know, oh my goodness, we are actually so opposite. So let me just share with you the item that I picked. Okay, so I picked this, which is also a card holder, but the total like flashy, not flashy, but it's not the flashiness. Okay, it's a Kate Spade. Really, just if they had this in black, I will get it in black, but they only had it in this multicolor. But I picked this not because of the color. I picked this because it's just a Kate Spade wallet. It just gets the job done. You know, it's got cards. It's got, you know, a space for what do you call it? Like coins and cash and just, you know, nothing to shout about. And I picked this because it's the total opposite of what you just said. On the outside, everything I put is flashy. It's like, give me those diamonds, baby, and give me everything. And I just love it. But on the inside, I actually am very, very like, just get the job done. Okay, I don't need any flashy things inside. I'm actually very simple. So people who meet me at the first time, like even in office, the first thing that they say to me is like, "Wow, you're so loud, huh? You're so loud. You're so, you know, you're so everything." And people, and I always get put in front because, like for presentations, they'll say, "Kat, can you talk?" I'll be like, so I have to crawl. It's just the shell that they see that I am so loud. And maybe it's this thing that I put out there, but once you know, when the doors are closed, I crawl into this shell that is very simple, like, whatever. Okay, I don't need it. I just want to be quiet. I don't want to talk to anybody, which is why I say extroverted, introverted. And I just want things to be quick, simple, and just get the job done. Make sure it works. Don't need anything flashy on the inside. If you see my own place, like, it's just, I like things to be easy. Whereas on the outside, I like that to be a bit flashy, but I don't like people to show it. So it's so strange. I haven't placed, you know, the situation, but yeah, which is why I picked this. It's just cheap, easy, functional, gets the job done, doesn't need much, except that, yeah, it has happened to be multicolor, but it's not, it was selected more of like, okay, it's very colorful, but yeah, okay, fine. Let's just take it. Yeah, it's okay. Nobody can see it. It's in the bag.
You know, I don't think it's that unusual to be a bit of both. I think everybody is a little bit of both. And that's what makes us all unique, right? Like I can be very extroverted in a way that like having like so much to say right away, but most of the time I prefer to really reflect on things first before I say it. I guess it's not about worried about how other people think, but it's just how I am. Like I just can't form an opinion out of chaos. Like it's too stressful. I need to think about it first. That's it's just different personality. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so I don't see any comments, but if you have any, like, what are everybody going to select to be you as an SLG? Okay, so the next thing is shoes.
Oh gosh. Shoes is probably the hardest one. For me, I guess because okay, that's not true. So in high school, I wore platform and heels all the time. Like all the time, meaning like ever since I started making my own money. So like grade 10, 11, then I started making my own money. So I started buying my own clothes and everything. And I would wear those big platform sandals to school. And I would literally like be in my like fancy, like it's not really fancy, like it's cheap money wise, but it's like fancy because I styled it and I coordinated the colors and the patterns. I would like literally be dressed up and be running in heels trying to catch the bus. Like that's how I was. Like I always loved fashion from the beginning, right? However, I cannot wear those heels or those types of shoes anymore. My body doesn't like it. I mean, it's more a physical thing. So when I thought about shoes, I had to like gravitate. I had to pick the most ugly, but like you slip your feet in it and you can be on the go. Because I picked my Birkenstocks basically. They're like called the ugly dad shoe, right? Actually, you know what? I picked the Birkenstocks because that's what I own. But if I could pick a similar style of shoe that I don't own, I would pick the ugly dad sandals from Chanel.
Chanel's, yes.
Yeah, I feel like they represent me. Like I need comfort. I need like, just like put my feet in it and then start walking and start like doing things. I need it to be pain-free for my joints and for my body so I can stand or walk or whatever, do things all day long. I say all day long, but I actually get tired so easily. That's why I need those shoes. And yeah, they're just easy, reliable. And even though they're called ugly, they're actually really fashionable. Like it's so easy to style them. You can dress them down, obviously, but you can kind of dress them up. Like just think the Balmain denim skirt and like a little white tee and a little Chanel bag. So good. The look is so good. Yeah. So yeah, just very easy, reliable, just like comfortable. Like that's me. That's me.
Good one. I also pick something easy, reliable, comfortable because for me, like my knee is a real issue. But I also pick something a bit more sporty because I love sports. I love exercising. And so I was thinking between the Oran sandals because I feel like that's kind of simple, it matches everything. You don't really need to think about it. Or my Echo white shoes. Like if there were a high-end, like super luxury, like your common project white shoes, I think that would represent me. So I picked my Echoes. I don't have them with me, but yeah, my Echo white sneakers, they 100% me. Comfortable, easygoing, kind of sporty looking, and they just go with most outfits. Don't really need to style them very much, and they still look really good. So I picked that as shoes. Yeah, because anyway, I don't have a lot of shoes, so that would be a good pick for me. Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Shoes was a hard one. And by the way, I sent you that article. I was like, didn't Birkenstock get bought by LVMH? That would be interesting.
We need to buy Birkenstocks soon before the price gets skyrocketing.
I know. Or I wonder if they're just gonna start using their technology and make all kinds of dad looking sandal, which is honestly the COVID situation and like just the trend of like comfort first is really like that's really the direction that is going towards, right? I mean, obviously you're not going to wear that to a wedding, but like on a daily like practical basis, it actually makes sense, and it already is an orthotic, right? So it's already comfortable.
Yeah, actually it makes a lot of sense because when Chanel did the dad slippers, it was just
sold out instantly.
Yeah. I think it's still being sold out right now, like
very popular. Yeah,
So it makes sense if LV, maybe they're investing or they're buying Birkenstocks. We don't know, right? But if you're, I think you're right. They use the technology and they come up with dad sneakers or dad slippers or dad sandals. Just perfect. Okay. Like they do it really well because they have that knowledge from Birkenstocks. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Yeah, possibly. So we should be buying Birkenstocks.
I know. My next pair of shoes, Chanel dad shoes, or LV Birkenstock.
Okay, the next one. Oh, this was interesting. Perfume. Which
Okay.
perfume represents you?
None. I don't wear perfume. However, I was thinking, okay, perfume could just be like a scent, right? Like just the kind of scent that I'm into. And I was thinking about, okay, so on my own body, I don't wear any fragrance. So any like all my lotions, my like, you know, moisturizers, they're all fragrance free. And if there's any sort of scent, it's like just from the natural ingredients. But what kind of scent I enjoy when I feel like really like myself is the of Zen. When you go, say you go to a yoga studio or you go to like a massage studio and you're getting yourself pampered. That's the smell that I like.
It's
the
like
smell that it's like,
lemongrass.
it can be, yeah, it can be lemongrass, and plus some, it's maybe like a mix of very mild lavender, lemongrass, like very calming, very zen sort of like scent. And I'm so into it. Like every time, you know, pre-COVID, when we could go to get massage, when we could go to a yoga studio, it's like every time I step inside the studio, I'm like, so like my mindset is totally like stress-free. I'm totally like so like centered and so present. And that is the scent that I would like to associate myself. Like I just feel like I tend to be a drama-less person. Like I don't like drama. I don't gossip. I don't like to gossip. I don't like to hear gossip. I don't like to watch gossip. It's like all those things. Like I'm just like kind of very neutral. Like I just want to be present. I want to be as present as I can, as stress-free as I can. Like, and I strive to do it. Obviously, it's impossible to be all the time like that. But I just try to be uncomplicated. I don't want complicated relationships or situations. Like I just don't like to get into those type of things, and that's just also part of my personality. So yeah, I feel like if I had to like choose a scent, not a perfume but a scent, that would be my scent.
Wow, good one. And I actually, that scent I love as well. Like I actually bought a humidifier because I was worried that this quarantine would not have a balcony. Like I don't know what I did right in my past life. And of course, through Clara's prayers, and she was also saying like, you know, I'm going to hope for you, get a balcony. And I got a balcony. So I have a humidifier that actually I didn't even have to whip it out, but I whipped it out and I put a bit of lemongrass last night and I slept so well. And I totally understand. You just feel so like grounded.
Yeah.
Life is good. Nothing's bothering us, just calm. And it's really good representation of you because when I talk to you, you're so calm and I feel like this crazy woman next to you.
No, you're way more calm than you think. I think it's just when it doesn't apply, like when it's not your problem, it's always easy to, you know, if someone's asking me an opinion about their situation, I'm a third party and I'm distanced from it, so I can see the bigger picture. But when I have the problem and I need help, then like I feel like you're the calm one, you know? So
yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so I picked and I actually have one bottle here with me. I picked this. This is Anik Gutile's Petite Sherry. So this is one of my favorite perfumes. I actually don't really wear a lot of perfumes. I love smelling certain perfumes. I don't like the kind of deep, musky smells with amber and just those really rich perfumes. And it doesn't really suit where I live because where I live is Singapore. It's really hot and humid. And when you put really rich, deep, like scented perfumes, like it just becomes a bit much because the skin just permeates through this. It kills me. Okay, it just kills me. So certain smells kill me, and I like the fresher, citrusy smells. But this surprised me because this is actually quite sweet. It's light and sweet, and I picked this because I think a lot of people who meet me, who firstly they think there are always two extremes, right? There's one where they think I'm just this loud girl, crazy, high energy, lots of just in your face kind of person. Or there's another extreme where people just don't understand me. They think I've got a resting bitch face, because when I'm in the office, I'm just like, I can swing very extreme, right? But right in the middle, I feel like I'm quite sweet. Like when people, like my close friends, they don't expect me to do certain things for them because I think I mentioned I'm very loyal, and I care for people. So with all that, all these characters are around me, I feel I'm a quite a sweet person.
You are.
And I don't know, I don't know why I do it. I think I like to see people happy. I like to see I like to see people happy, and I don't know, and I just don't know where that comes from. I don't know which part of the heart it comes from, but I like to do things for people, but I can't figure it out. I can't figure out why. I just like it. I'm a gifter, I'm a giver. So aside from everything else, so that's why I think I'm a little sweet. It's light sweet. So I'm not very sweet, but occasionally it comes out.
No, I totally agree. And I actually know where it comes from for you, because so my brother is the year of the dog. He's kind of tail end. He was born like end of 82, and you're the year of the dog. So
I am.
I see similarities between you two. Like he's such a, he's always like in service of others, and he's always just wanting others to like be well and feel good. And you're totally the same. So like I feel like it's part of the personality of people who are in the year of the dog.
Interesting.
If you think about it, like dogs are usually very loyal animals. They're loyal to their owners. They're loyal to they always want to please their owner. Like they're always in service of their owner, but in a good way. Like they're just very loyal people, and that's the characteristics of the
dog
sign, the horoscope.
Interesting. And actually that makes me think back about my work as well, because of my character, which is loud, and I'm always like, don't worry, give it to me, I'll present it, but I never want to be on top. Like I never want to lead. Like this couple of years they've been saying you should lead this product, you should lead that thing, and I'm like, no, you go and do it. I'll support you from the back. I will do everything. I don't need that the pinnacle. I don't need it. Just leave me alone. Let me do my thing, and I'll do it well, and I'll support you. So it's that kind of thing. So yeah, in service of others, right? I don't actually need. But on my own, I'm like, woohoo.
Maybe it's the other astrology side of you.
You know what? Maybe the Pisces, right? The Pisces side of me who's like, woo, and who's fighting around with the dog. Like, can you calm down, girl? Okay, so let's go to the next one. I forgot what's the next one. Oh my god, what's the next one? That's kind of funny.
Was it the
makeup
last one already? Oh, makeup. Okay. So makeup. I kind of have two. I chose two things for makeup. At first I thought my magnetic lashes, because even though that's not like actual makeup, but it's the thing that makes the biggest difference and the biggest impact when you see my face with it and without it. Because otherwise, the shape of my eyes, I have like single eyelid, like I don't have to double fold, and like my eyes are not small, but they are more like, they're not long. They're more rounded. Like they open more like this rather than this.
You're like almond. You're almond. You got almond eyes, like
Yeah,
round.
yeah.
Which is
And
beautiful.
so, oh, thank you. But all shapes are beautiful. But it's just that for me, in order for me to my eyes to look even more awake, I need the height, right? I need that extra oomph. So I choose the lashes that like just adds volume like upwards, not this way, because like I don't need it this way. I need it more this way since my eyes already open more this way. So by helping them more,
you need them to be longer, like taller.
Yeah. So and I also have like pretty big eyeball, like the not eyeball, but like the black of the eye. I actually have a lot of that, so it actually makes my eye look bigger when it's more awake too. So I chose magnetic lashes because I don't wear them all the time, which is true. I'm usually very simple. I'm 95% makeupless on most days. Unless I go on video or unless I'm filming, my face is bare. And like, you know, sometimes when I just like call Kat, she sees me at my worst, literally, like my face.
Who's that?
It's like night and day, right? So that's why like I chose these because they make the biggest impact. But when I put them on, and they're really easy to put on, it makes, you know, a big difference. And the thing is, that's the thing, you don't need lashes all the time. And I love that these are super practical, reusable. Like they just are kind of everything about me too, like practical, reusable, economical, like worth the money. Because like literally this pair, I wore them since last year, but the top one of this side has broken, so I use one side of a new one. Just like replace the top, and I'm still wearing the same pair that I wore last year, except for the top of this side. And you can't see on camera, but like they're actually a different style, so it's actually not even the same lash on both sides. But I don't care. I don't mind. Like like. So I chose lashes, but I also chose blush. Not because I wear it all the time, but blush is one of those makeup items that makes the biggest impact on my face. So I suffer from a chronic condition that also makes my anemia even worse. So I'm always very pale and without life. Like I don't have that rosy cheek type of feature anymore. I used to, but like now I'm usually very pale and fatigued. So blush really adds life to my, like it makes me look healthier than I am. Than I look. So yeah, I just feel like that's why I associate, if I had to pick like one or two makeup item that really makes the biggest impact when I need it, would be those two items.
Good selections. I was gonna pick blush as well, because blush like just brightens up your skin. Like
yeah,
but you know, blush actually is a good pick for you because you got high cheekbones.
I do.
Then they really, once you put them, they'll be like two apples here. They're so cute.
Yeah, I have some already, but there's a lot of lighting, and then this is not the best camera, so you can't see them.
Awesome. Okay, so I love makeup. I think a lot of you know, and I have this big bag of makeup in front of me. So, but I actually I was picking between eyeshadow and lipstick. And I decided to go with eyeshadow because I feel eyes are the most prominent feature on my face. And the first thing that I think a lot of people ask me is, am I fully Chinese? Because my eyes are really big. And especially when I'm young. Now that I look more Chinese, but when I was young, because my eyes were like a big part of my face, because your face is smaller when you're young, people thought that maybe I mixed Baba, maybe like Malay, you know, like not pure Chinese. Because I guess with your Chinese, the eyes are a little bit smaller, but my eyes are like protruding and they're like large. So, and I'm also very expressive. So when people talk to me, maybe my face will be like poker, but my eyes will be like My lids will open up a little bit. You can tell if I'm surprised, angry, pissed off, annoyed. Just I can do it with my eyes, and sometimes I don't even know that I'm doing it. So I feel like eyeshadow would represent me because I talk with my eyes. I do talk with my face. It's very lots of expressions, but I think a lot of it comes from my eyes. When I frown and I look at you and I open my eyes a bit bigger, I think it comes from my eyes. So yes, I picked eyeshadow for that.
Yeah, and I love that you can wear your eyeshadow so well. Like I never wear eyeshadows, even though I experimented for a short period of time, but it just makes me look more tired, like someone punched me in the eye, just because I don't have the type of lids that, and I don't know how to put on my type of lids. Like it's just impossible. So lashes does the thing. I don't need the eyeshadow.
Actually, I have, I don't have like, like a lot of people have the what do you call it? Brow bone, the one, I guess the Western side, you have very deep set eyes and they can get deep inside, and then the socket is like, the brow bone's out.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't, but because my eyes are protruding, they're like coming out, it gives the illusion that I have.
Yeah.
But if my eyes were sunk in more, I think we will have very similar looking eyes, like this, without the lid and all. This is actually wrinkled.
Like mine is actually
It's
mine is not like
wrinkle.
even worse, but like you can see the crease. You can, right? You see this where it sinks in, but it's so flat. Like it's anyway, it's so flat. I can never follow it, and then the brushes are usually like I end up blending it so far that it makes me look like I'm an alien. Maybe I'm just not used to it. That's why I don't do it. I just don't bother.
Yeah. Okay, the last one. Okay, the last one is a wild card. So you can pick any other thing, anything else that you think is a good representative of you. So it could be a phone, it could be some accessories. So yeah, I have something already. So let you go.
Okay, well, I know that Tania chose earrings, and I'm gonna go ahead and choose earrings too, because I actually really love my earrings. I really do. So I just picked one of my pairs. I picked these ones today, just cause. Yeah, they make the biggest impact. Again, they make the biggest impact for me, and I feel like I style and I experiment the most. Like I have the most fun in terms of like just changing up my look just with earrings, because necklaces, they're great, but like I have like a handful, and I feel like I have already all the styles that I need. Like I don't really need that neck kind of decorated. I feel like plus I like my décolleté like kind of bare. I kind of like to see the actual bone, but with my ears, I guess my face, to frame my face, and also because I have like a longer face which suits the dangly earrings. So I feel like earrings are like, for me it's so easy to wear earrings. It's so easy to wear just studs, but especially longer earrings, which I feel like not everyone can pull off. And that's just because of the face shape. There's nothing wrong with them, obviously, but it's just that for my face shape, I just really love, it's like party in the ears, party on the face. It's like just really, really fun and easy for me to like make the biggest impact. And yeah, earrings are just one of those things. You don't need them every day. So like on a daily basis, I don't care if I wear them or not. But when I need to make that impression, or when I need to like just feel nice that day, even if it's without makeup, a pair of earrings just does the job for me. So yeah, I chose earrings because everything else is just not like, I wear the same rings all the time. Like those things is just,
I had a feeling you would pick earrings, because the first, when I was thinking, oh, she's gonna pick earrings, she's gonna pick those Chanel earrings.
I was gonna, but I just picked one of mine. I was gonna pick the Chanel, but I feel like everyone has seen my Chanel often enough, so I'm just gonna pick something else this time. Because I always pick those all the time.
Yeah, but they represent you. They're like
do,
100% you.
What about you?
Okay, so for me, I was going to go with rings or watches, and I ended up deciding that a watch would represent me. I don't wear watches very often, but I I was trying to let me think, how would I put this? It's like I am a person who, you know, cares for memories, the time and things that I also for past, and I just feel time represents that, with experience and bad things that happened last time and good things, all those memories. I'm very emotionally attached to them, so it has something to do with time. So that's why I decided, with a watch, uh, that would represent me because it's about time. And I also love watches because though I don't wear it very often, watches reminds me of my grandfather. We used to go to the market, like those roadside markets in Malaysia. It's called Pasar Malam. I guess in those Bali places, there's night markets, and every week they will have stalls of people setting up. And every week I would drag my grandfather to go to one of these markets every Thursday night. I remember, and every time we go there, my grandfather says, "Do you want to see in Cantonese? Like you want to see watch?" And I say, "Yes, I want to see watches." And I had no idea what they were, but I just love this whole display of all kinds of, small watches, big watches, electronic watches. And every few months, my grandfather will buy one for me. And my mom will nag him because like I had so many of these like watches in the house. But yeah, I had a good time with this watch and this memory. So I picked watches as my wild card.
I had a feeling you would pick watches. I feel like you, like every time you talk about your watches, it's so sentimental and it's so meaningful. And yeah, I would pick a watch for you too.
Thank you. Okay, so that was fun. That was a fun tag. Thank you, Tania, for creating that. Tough one, actually, because you need to really reflect on this. I think this tag really suits you, Amy, because you have to reflect. Like for me, I can't reflect. I'm like,
No, I think it's just easier to also kind of live chat about it. It's almost like whatever comes to mind, that's what obviously I had to think about the items first, but like as you explain why, it makes it's more interactive. It's more like I don't want to say genuine, but that's how it feels. Like it's just like whatever comes to mind, why you think it represents you, then yeah. Super fun. Yeah.
Super fun. Thank you. So I hope that you're all doing so that I'm going to pick it out from the chat. Now, remember, oops, I made a spelling error. If you have any questions, please put a bunch of question marks in front so that we can see it. So now we're going to open up the discussion of our comments and also questions. So I'm just going to scroll up. I see Holly, Tania's here, of course. Okay, I've got one question from Joyce. Okay, what are you eyeing from the new 21 Spring-Summer collection from LV and Chanel? Okay, I'll let Amy take this because I just did a video 2-3 days ago, just going through some of the items from the Spring-Summer collection. So Amy, do you have anything that you're eyeing?
Yes. Well, yeah. I always said that, I am more focused this year. I am trying, hoping to achieve that future Birkin this year, but I will never say no to Chanel ever. So, okay. I was also going to do the Chanel Spring Summer collection video. It's just coming up this Monday. What I'm eyeing, not from LV, I don't have anything that I'm eyeing from LV, but from Chanel, I'm eyeing it. Does it mean that I have to buy it though? Like I really, really like that mini with the top handle. And I know that some people don't like it, but it's like, okay, first of all, it's the first collection since forever that they have come back with a caviar version of a mini. I know it's not the same because it's not like the classic mini, but actually I always love a good top handle, and the fact that it's different, it just, I don't know, it looks good to actually, it actually looks good to me. Maybe not worn crossbody because then you have that handle, so it looks less cohesive when you're wearing it crossbody. But for me, it's a bag that you wear on your hands, even if it's with the chain dangling. And I loved, oh my gosh, all the colors this season. Are you crazy? Like, that bag comes in caviar, silver, gold, black, white, cream, iridescent white. And then the rest is in lambskin, but like pink, blue, green, red. I mean, there's so many colors. It's so amazing that they actually did that like in one season, which is why I'm eyeing it, but it doesn't mean that I have to buy it. I don't know, because it, can I even buy it? Because I know everyone's all over it. So that's the question. So that's one thing I'm eyeing. The other thing I'm eyeing, even though I don't think I'll buy it because it's so expensive, is that little pendant with the bag charm.
I was just saying in my video that it's amazing, but I mean, if I had the money now, I would consider it. It's just that it's expensive. Like
Oh my gosh, I think, yeah, exactly. The necklace is like 2,000 plus tax. The belt is 26 plus tax. And then there is also a crossbody version. That one's like 3,000 something. I'm like, are you serious? I can buy a bag with that kind of money. Like, I can buy their phone bag. Like, I can buy a bag. I can buy a Chanel phone bag with that kind of money. So why would I spend it on? I mean, it's so novelty, but it's just a necklace. Like, it's too much. But I love it. Like, I'm eyeing it. I'm eyeing it. Like, this collection is just so pretty and so beautiful on the runway, because like everything is novelty. Everything is about accessorizing, and about the new little top handles, and about there's some pearls, and about the oversized, very, very relaxed COVID look. Like, everything is about it. It's so good. Like, it's a beautiful collection. But does it mean I'm buying it? Not necessarily, but I'm definitely eyeing a lot of things.
This is the collection that when they did the runway, everybody was actually not pleased with this runway. Remember, I remember
at first,
this big space, and they were just walking up and down, and with the big Chanel, like Hollywood. I think this is the Hollywood sign one, right?
Yeah. I actually loved it.
Yeah, I thought the clothes were very wearable, and every day. Okay, inverted commas, every day, but something that I feel like a lot of people can actually accept, because a lot of the previous collections and runways, they're beautiful on the runway, just wow, but not practical. Like, I can't imagine just buying a few pieces. Like, but for this collection, I can actually say, like, I don't mind that jacket, I don't mind that top, that skirt, that the blouse. So I just feel like that's was a big theme of that runway. Yeah. Nice. I think the gold mini with the handle is actually really pretty. I don't know if it's worth getting though.
Well, that's the thing. With tax, it's over. Yeah. The thing is, like, if I didn't have a mini, I would be all over it already, because it's such a good version of a mini. See, with the top handle, considered seasonal right now, but I think, and I'm pretty sure it's actually going to be back for at least another couple seasons. Like, the top handle mini is actually going to be back. They're still making it, so I don't know if they're gonna. That's the thing. Like, when something gets really popular and welcomed by the public, they might just make it permanent as in, like, how like the Coco handle was just a seasonal bag, but now you see it every other season, so it's kind of like a classic, right? So you just never know. And I feel like this is one of those that possibly will stay. Like, you know, stay as in like you will see it often enough. It will come back often enough, I feel. And the fact that for the very first time they did it and they're doing it in so many colors and caviar and lambskin and iridescent. Oh my gosh, like the iridescent white with the silver hardware, that one is like, oh, to die for. So beautiful. So yeah, if I didn't have a mini, I would be all over it already. But because I have enough, I'm not actively pursuing it, but I'm definitely really, really like, oh, like salivating. Like every time I see an unboxing or a reveal on Instagram, I'm like, wow, so beautiful.
I guess nothing from LV. Nothing from LV.
No, nothing from LV.
We actually did a live stream for that LV runway. Remember, we tried this format where we watched it together, and wow, can you imagine? We did that live stream watching the runway, and now the items are already in store. Green was a big theme, and I actually really like the green. The few green things that came out, it's eye-catching. You know, would I spend my money on it? I don't think so, but it is nice to see, and I think it's the best color that came out for that season. For this season, I didn't find anything nice in that whole season. I did see a few weird. You know, we saw a few things, right? We saw that weird clock shoe, like pillow shoe, and then they had like pillow bags, that triple pouch bag. So it was a little strange. Actually, I'm so glad I'm not eyeing anything in this season. So nothing. Phew.
Yeah, I you can go to the next question, but I just feel like LV, I don't really usually like have like something that I'm eyeing on. It's more like if they have a new release and I'm like, oh, I might be interested in that, and then I'll just get it. Like it's just how it is. I don't really actively eye things from LV, but Chanel, I'm like always eyeing, always eyeing, always like trying to see, oh, what is she wearing on her head? What is she wearing on her, like all those things.
Yeah, because
like,
they style so well. Okay, the style Jean is a comment. She said it's interesting, isn't it? Generally, what we style ourselves isn't always an accurate representation of our personality, and the impression it gives others can differ from how we actually feel. Yeah, it's true. You know, I guess that's why some people, you know, they style every day differently and how their mood is, which I would love to, but it's actually a lot of effort, right? You know, some people, they every day, how do I feel today? So how I'm gonna dress, and I actually respect that kind of representation of how they are willing to put an effort and just, you know, display it. But I'm actually kind of like off from that. Okay, just scrolling down. Oh, here's one from MK.
I don't need to see anyone.
Yeah, I'm too lazy.
Oh, right.
Okay, this is for you. Amy, you should get the dad sandals. Like the belt I did recommend you. They just go with everything on the top of being very comfortable, but they are so expensive now. I paid 800 euros in 2017. How much are they now? A lot.
Probably similar. 800 is like times 1.5 here.
1,200.
Wow, 1,200. Yeah, it's probably around there plus tax here, which is a lot. It's like 1,400 for a pair of sandals.
That's a lot.
However, the way I see it, dad sandals are here to stay, and even if it isn't, it's staying in my type of footwear, like the type of footwear I enjoy. As like I said, as long as I'm not going to a wedding or like going to a fancy event, I would be living in those sandals all the time. I wish I lived in Hawaii, because then I could just wear sandals all day long, every day, 24/7, even at home. So like those are literally the type of footwear that I associate myself with now. Like I wish I could just live in sandals. No boots, nothing closed shoes. No, I don't want it. I just want my dad's sandals. I just want my like comfortable, orthotic sandals. And yeah, I agree, MK. I have to look into them. It's just way too cold to wear them right now. So yeah, if I find it and if it's in my size and if I can get like maybe like a really nice white pair or even black. Actually, I don't mind black or white because they both go. But I think white would be really amazing for the summer. They're so extra in a way, but because they're so wearable, like I literally feel like I will just wear them till they die, which is probably quite a few years until I need to invest in a new one. So it will still be worth the money.
I think it will be. I think this dad style trend started off with the dad sneakers, where everybody just wanted those really, really dad looking sneakers. And I have a pair of triple S's. They're very comfortable. They just don't look the style. Of course, now the dad sneaker trend has sort of softened a little bit, but it's still going strong. Like people are still wearing these really chunky sneakers that look a little dad-ish. Now it's dad sandals, which it will stay around for a while. And as long as they're comfortable, right? It's all about that comfort now. So we've got a comment from Khan. I'm a new Birkenstock convert. I used to think it's ugly. Now I think they are comfy and they are in pretty colors now. Yes.
And they're also doing a lot of collabs. I have one pair that is with Proenza Schooler, and it's so cool. It's all silver. The thing is, I bought that one during the pandemic year, so I literally wore them twice only, but I can't wait till we actually can go out, and I can't wait for the summer to be back because they're so easy. Like it's just they're ugly, but they're not really that ugly. Like it's so weird, right?
Because there's Chanel in it, right?
if there was if I had a Chanel pair, but like the Proenza Schooler Birkenstocks that I have, like the collab, because they do a lot of collabs with different designers, and those ones are a little bit more different and just a bit more edgy, and they might use like a shiny leather or they might like do color blocking. So like they're actually really nice. They cost a bit more.
Birkenstocks.
Yeah. The regular Birkenstocks are so reasonable anyway. They're around 100, 200.
The only thing about it is because the base is cork, right? It's like it will mold to your feet. I remember like long time ago, maybe in not high school, maybe in college, I remember trying a pair. And the first time you wear them, they're actually not that comfortable because you got to step in it and put your weight in it, and then it will mold. So it does take a bit of wearing in. But I know a lot of people who say that once you wear it, you never want to wear any other slipper anymore because they are just made for your feet.
So. But there's also two different widths, and maybe you chose the wrong width because I thought the same thing too. The first time I tried, it was a regular width, which is their wide feet width, and I don't have wide feet, so when I put my feet in it, and I'm like, it's not comfortable. But then I now use the I now know which one fits me. They call it the narrow fit, but it's actually narrow is the regular fit. Regular is the wide fit. It's so weird. So I have to go with the narrow fit, and you just have to really get your right size. I'm a 37, the true 37 in Birkenstocks. So once you really find the right one, the right shape for your feet, it makes a whole lot of difference. You might still need to get used to it because there's like all the different bumps, but it actually doesn't feel uncomfortable at first. It's just different. Yeah, once you find the right one.
Okay, once I'm out of this quarantine, that's the first thing I'm going to buy for myself as my birthday present. I'm going to say, okay, get myself a pair of Birkins. Okay, so we got some comments on the perfume. So Holly, your perfume is J'adore, lovely. Khan's is Kenzo. Wow, I haven't seen this word Kenzo flowers in a long time. I had Kenzo flower when I was in school. Wow. Okay. Ooh, so there's some information from Jean. The family investment firm of Bernard Arnault has bought majority stake of Birkenstocks. The firm is part owned by LVMH. Yep, that's right. I can see it. Okay, we have a lemongrass. Another person loves lemongrass. I love lemongrass. Too much might be a bit like, too much might be anything. Too much is too much. Ooh. Okay, MK's got some recommendations for you, Amy. I see the kind of fragrances you like, Amy. Try
L'été en douce. L'été en douce par l'artisan parfumeur Arancia. Oh, that's probably Italian. Arancia di Capri, probably. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's more, yeah, exactly. More like softer, yeah, grapefruity, softer, like summery sort of scent. You're right. I probably would like them. But I just don't wear perfume in addition to not knowing any perfume. So I don't really know any that. But I'm sure if I smelled it, I would probably like it. You're right. Just very soft, very fresh.
Would you, wait, maybe I'll go back to that. Would you put perfume maybe not on your skin? Like, I know you don't like to put anything that's non-clean, right? But would you put it on your clothes? Let's say like if you like this grapefruit one, would you spray it on
I feel like I would put it in the air. Like or more like put it in the air and then walk through it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. You get a whiff of it. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want anything too strong, and plus, it's also not by choice. Well, it's by choice, but also not by choice because my husband has like allergies for all kinds of like you know, hay fever, all those things. Like, and then scents are one of those things too. Like, it's not as bad for scents, but like even I feel it. Like if it's not even necessarily chemically smelling. If it's like a very strong scent, I also get headaches myself. So it has to be very, very light. And that's why if I were to wear perfume, I would spray it and then walk through it. Like, so that it's only a little bit on me, but you can still smell it. That's what I would do. Yeah. I wouldn't put it directly on my clothes. Like, I think that's still too much, too concentrated.
Wow. My husband also gets a bit like, sometimes on the perfumes, I'm like, and he'll be like, achoo. I'm like, I know you're allergic to me. Okay, did I get the emoji humidifier? Yes, I did. It's right there, and it's misting some lemongrass, so I feel very calm and collected. Okay, so Holly here from Australia. She's also a fitness instructor. So yeah, we get a lot of this. So I did some of the courses as part of a Les Mills, and one of the traits that a lot of instructors have is that they give. They are givers because you're on stage. You're always giving. You know, you're giving instructions. You're giving your all so that your members get back why they come for your class, right? So we learned that over giving can also cause burnout. So you need to, like, for me, I need to hold back. So sometimes maybe I had a really bad day at work. You know, I'm really tired, and you know, I'm not in it, right? I'm not in the mood, but then I have to teach my class. So then you walk, like my face is all black and I walk to class. And one of the things a lot of instructors do is they put on a mask, right? They just, you know, put everything aside and they just go on stage and they're totally opposite of how they actually feel. So there's this really, you're not connected to that feeling, but you have to disconnect because you're on stage, you're performing, right? So one of the things that happen to a lot of instructors is they burn out because they don't allow themselves to feel present, right? Because you're constantly needing to give more than you actually can. So one of the things that I learned through these kind of courses of this kind of personality trait, because you give, you know, always giving out, you end up not saving anything for yourself, right? You're not keeping a little bit of that humanness to yourself. So one of the faults, okay, for a lot of instructors and also for me is that I need to pull back. I need to not give so much, and it's not selfish, but it's sort of just holding back a little bit of that for yourself. So it's very interesting, I did this course, and I'm not sure, Holly, if you did it, but instructors, if you meet your instructors, sometimes you see them, you just wonder, oh my god, how much, they have so much energy and everything. But sometimes when they leave the room, when they're finished teaching, they walk away like, oh, I'm so tired, because they gave everything, they just gave it all for that 1 hour or 2 hours. But some people say, it's a job, but they don't realize that actually it's a lot on the brain. But yeah, something that
I feel like that's part of your introvertedness, because that's exactly how I feel when I go to a social event. Yeah. Like because sometimes you just have to, right? You have to go. And obviously when you're at the event, you're not gonna be like
a wallflower.
Yeah, you can't be like. So you put on that personality, even if it's a little bit, you still have to be like, saying hi to everyone, hugging everyone. Like you have to go the rounds, like go all the aunties and uncles and hug everyone. Like you have to, like that's part of the thing. You have to be like, that's part of being polite. And that's also how, I don't know, in like our culture, like in Chinese culture, you're supposed to say hi to everyone. Like you literally have not just say hi, like you literally have to go and say hi, 鼓掌, blah blah blah. Like you have to like say, not just like hi and then like just go. You can't do that. Like I feel like maybe Gen Zs do that now, but like you can't. Like my generation is like literally you hi Guma, hi everyone. It's like literally, right?
Oh, it's fun, so fun.
Yeah, literally being everyone first, like all the older one than you,
you
like,
sit there
older
like, oh
than
God,
you have to say everyone's name or everyone's like who they are first. Then you eat. That's part of the respect that you learn as a child. So whenever I go to, even if it's not a family gathering, even if it's just like a social gathering of like friends, I love my friends, right? I do, but I'm a little different in a way that like I really become a bit more extroverted when I'm out. But then when I come home, I'm like, or once I get in the car, I'm like, oh. I'm like literally tired and like so exhausted, and just like my brain is dead. Like, and literally I come home and I like veg on the couch, because that's how it feels when you're introvert. You really need that quiet like reflection time. And when you do a lot of the like you do a lot of the opposite, you become very tired. And I think it's probably part of your personality a lot too. Yeah, because that's how I am.
The whole extroverted introvert, which is why for me to take up this fitness instructor challenge, when I decided I'm gonna do it, was a big challenge, because yes, I am outside like this, but for me to be on stage and just like it takes a lot out of me. And now that I do it on a regular basis, I teach my classes, it's a lot. So when I did this course, I think it was like 2 years ago, we had a training, and we had to answer some questions and go through some more of like sort of like digging deep, to sustain a career in teaching. We did this, and I found out things about myself, because I always wondered why I end up very tired after every class. I know why, but I just couldn't understand how do I help myself from it. So from that course, the teacher or the instructor was telling us like, it's okay to feel not 100% on stage. It's okay to not give your all, because you're human. So it was this teaching, because I guess when we were as instructors, we always go, oh my God, I have to give everything, and when you go for parties, you have to give everything. And sometimes if you are a very social, like you have a very social crowd that you always have to go for events, I think it does take a lot from you. So as an instructor, you're always teaching classes and you're 100% all the time. After a while, you sort of lose what is it for you. So it was interesting. So what I took out from that course is I have to pull back, and it's okay if I go to a class and I just say things like, I had a bad day at work. Let's work out together. So people connect to you because you suddenly are human. You're like, oh my God, she's not feeling the best today. I'm not feeling the best today as well. But she's here. She's doing the gym class. Let's do it together. So that's that connection element. And I had to learn that, because it felt wrong to tell somebody I'm having a bad day. It's wrong. It felt wrong to share your insecurities that, I didn't do. I'm feeling sick, I'm feeling a bit unwell, and I'm not in the right headspace, and it's okay to say it. So that's something that I learned. And for an introvert, I think it's quite hard to say it, right? It's quite hard to express this kind of vulnerability.
Because it's society. I know we're like not even talking about luxury right now, but it's like the society's expectation of how people should behave all the time. Like you're supposed to be like, I don't know, like as a person of leadership, or even as a person to like be working with others, you should always be like this and that, very forward and everything. But that's not true, because only a percentage of people, like maybe half, I don't know, maybe half of people are naturally like that, because not everyone can be like, can you imagine if everyone's like that? Oh my gosh, it would be chaotic and quite frankly, like, I don't know, I would go crazy. But like, that's the thing, like society has kind of made that into, that's how you're supposed to be, but it isn't. And I think it takes a lot to unlearn that you have to be like that. And it takes a lot of self-awareness to even realize that, which is why I feel like probably the most self-aware individuals out there are the introverted. Because if you actually talk to a lot of the innovators, leaders, entrepreneurs, a lot of them are introverted, because that's how their ideas come about. They actually think. I'm saying that extroverted people don't think, but I'm just saying the way they interact is different. That's the nature of, that's the definition of extrovert, introvert. It's not that they're not sociable and sociable. It's just the way they interact and the way they form thoughts and stuff like that. It's different. So we just have to unlearn the facts that people think that, being quiet and all that is bad, because it's not. It's just different. Yeah.
Okay. Good one. I saw some comments about cops, but I'm not really sure. I couldn't find.
Me neither. I was like, what?
I couldn't find how it came about, so never mind. Okay, oh no, it jumped. Okay, hang on. Let's see where we are. Okay, I think let's take this one first while I look for I might have missed some. So from Katie, Amy, what are you buying next at Hermes for your Birkin journey? So Amy, share with everybody, when are you going to Hermes? Today is the 6th.
When I'm going not this week, next weekend. Yay! It's actually on the day. It's actually after you're done your quarantine, because we are also we're behind you, right? But it's on the same day that you're done your quarantine. And I this time, well, because I already did silks, I already did homeware, I already did some fashion jewelry, so I want to look at fine jewelry.
Oh, you heard that? Somebody's looking at fine jewelry.
Yeah, somebody's been looking at fine jewelry for a long time, but just like waiting a little bit, because I didn't want to do it like on the 1st or even the 2nd, because oh my gosh, I'm enjoying my blanket so much. I'm using it every single night, and even though I'm using it on top of my existing blanket, like when my hands are on top of it, when I'm touching it, or even when I'm just like asleep and then rolling around, you can feel the cashmere, like it's so soft.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's just like, just imagine, because I know it's really hot where you are, but like imagine if it's actually cold when you go to bed. Like one blanket is not enough. Like I needed that second layer to really feel like I'm trapping the warmth, but without overheating. That's the good part about it. I don't know how it does that. Maybe because because I use silk blankets, the ones that my mom bought for me. And silk blankets are great, but in the middle of winter when it's really, really cold, it can still get a bit chilly, and I tend to get chilly easy. So that extra layer of that wool cashmere really kind of traps the heat, but it doesn't make you overheat, which is amazing.
Wow. Wow.
It's so hard to describe. I just love the feeling. So yeah, I actually wanted those things first before I really dive into fine jewelry. So thinking of looking at rings, possibly, I love their silver necklaces. I feel like they're just so signature. So as long as they have stock, that's the thing. The stock is always an issue. They might not have the size or the style that I want, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I end up with. I'm actually really excited.
I got MK who is saying, join us on the on that slide. Her feet, I told you, MK, her feet is like dangling at the edge at the top there. Next week is she's sliding down.
Yeah, you know, I don't have anything against fine jewelry. I love them too. It's just that, you know, one thing at a time. Like, can't work on everything at the same time. And plus, like, I like to still buy pieces that are unique. Like, there's all these other brands, right? There's also Chanel, there's Cartier, there's all kinds of different brands that make fine jewelry too. But I want to pick and really choose what's unique about that brand. So yeah, we'll see what I end up with.
Unboxing coming soon.
Probably. well, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Okay, this one was, I think, to the question on what's coming. Anybody interested in LV's and Chanel's collection? So Holly is actually looking for those pillow sandals.
They're really cute. I mean, that's the thing. Like, not everyone likes the same thing, and that's the beauty of fashion. You don't have to like classics all the time. You don't have to like neutrals all the time. Go wild. If it represents you, if it fits you, that's what it matters.
Yeah, but in my video, I said don't do it.
Oh, I know, but like,
well,
it doesn't matter.
Of people, yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody has to listen to me, but it was funny because when I think the price was the one that took me aback a bit, because like they're just a bit expensive. Like if they were maybe at the $1,000 mark, I might still like, okay, but they were like 1,007, so it's pretty expensive for pillowcases, but they're high fashion. Okay, you will definitely make the whole room turn when you walk into the room with those pillows on your feet. Okay, Jenny, any tips on scoring a Chanel Gabrielle Hobo small in black? I only started on Chanel and have only bought a walk from the Chanel inside sacks. Can I use the 800 number?
So assuming you're in the States, because that's where all the sacks are, totally you can use the 1-800 number. I'm wondering though, is it because you're not because I almost feel like, is the Gabrielle still really hard to get? Because it was really hard to get when I got my first one. They literally always sold out because it was a new style back then, and everyone was trying to get their hands on them. But I feel like they should not be as hard to get anymore, right? Am I right? Like, are they always still sold out?
They are, you know, in Singapore. When I think like what year is it? So 2020, last year, but 2020 didn't happen. Last year, I remember going to, and I think I posted on my Instagram, I went to Chanel and I was looking for my Coco ring. And I asked my essay, I said, do you have any small black Gabrielle around? And she said, oh no, we just sold one and we don't have any more in stock. And that was around mid of the year, towards the third quarter of the year. So it's not easy to find, but I don't think it's something that you can't wait for. Like they probably do get stock. Just that it's you might need to tell the essay, I'm looking for one, and just wait a couple of weeks. So yeah, it was sold out.
Okay. In that case, definitely use the 1-800 number. I feel like from what I hear anyway, in the States, the 1-800 number, they can really they're very helpful in finding the store that has stock for you. Otherwise, if you want to just deal with your local boutique, that's what I do. Like I just tell my essay that that's the bag that I'm after. Please let me know once the one comes in. And usually they should be able to tell you, because if they have so many clients lined up for the same item, then they might tell you that, oh, maybe not sure, just too many people on the wait list. But otherwise, they should be able to just tell you, okay, I'll let you know. So I think you have good chances. Like even if it's sold out often, it will come back. And I feel like it's not as hard as, say, like finding a mini, for example. It's still probably easier than those. So yeah, definitely give it a try. Yeah, those darn Chanel bags, so hard to get still. Oh my goodness.
I also think maybe they don't make as many.
Probably.
So yeah, I mean the focus is now on the 19. And now with 19 is one. The other one is what? This new Chanel handbags with handles. So I'm sure they still make the older designs, right? Like the boy, the Gabby, but because they don't make as much of it, maybe it's still hard to get, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Selena cares. Which designer would you pick for couture clothing to describe you? Wow.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with couture clothing.
Can we just like any brand that we think about, like maybe like a ready to wear brand?
Yeah, okay.
I always say the same too, though. It's basically when I feel like more feminine, it's self-portrait. When I feel more edgy, it's Balmain. So I can't even say Chanel, because I feel like although I love watching the runway and I love all the pieces, I love it on them. Like I can't dress like that every day. It's too much. It's not too much, but it's just too that's not even how I dress every day. Like that's just not like I would buy one piece and incorporate it and dress it or wear it like once in a while. But if I can live, like I said, if I can live in Hawaii, I would be like living in my self-portrait dresses all the time. And Balmain is just one of those where I just like a bit of edge. So that's just the style that I like. But if I can live in dresses and sandals all day long, I would.
Good choice. Good choice. I was thinking you're gonna pick Balmain. I was like, oh, Balmain. Okay. I don't have a lot of ready-to-wear clothes, but if I could buy, I actually think Prada clothes would be something that might represent me. Like some of their runways that I see, I can actually imagine myself wearing it. So I think with clothing, sort of falls with the same category as bags, because they're kind of like a lot. So with Prada, I find that they have that edginess in their clothes, sharp corners here, bright colors. There's a pop of color here and there. So I think Prada ready to wear would be something that I could see myself wear, and I think would represent me. I don't know. I'm not very familiar, but when I've seen the runways, I do like Prada.
I know this is a weird question, Kat, but I want to ask you, are you hearing a teenager scream right now?
No.
Good.
Oh, I did hear something, but I thought it was like...
You heard something? This is so loud. I'm like, should I mute my clubhouse? It's like so loud and it's like screaming.
Who's
I'm like, oh my
screaming?
god, I'm like traumatized. Anyway, no, that's good. If you can't hear it, then that's good.
I heard some like, oh, oh, like that. I heard
Yeah,
that, but
so
it
it
was
was that loud. You could even hear that. Oh my gosh. And it's going through this on top of that. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Just double checking.
Well, I mean, if I can hear that, you could probably hear my bathroom with the water splashing like maybe half an hour ago, like da 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 da. My bathroom here. I mean, I've got $1 million view. We're not talking about luxury, but diversion for a second. I have $1 million view. When I walk out to the balcony, I can see the whole Marina Bay Sands, the marina, the ships, everything. It's just like, wow, this is the view. This is the kind of place that you want to live in. You want to wake up early in the morning. Except that the room that I am in, the bathroom, is leaking. And every few hours, the ceiling would shower with water like and I don't know if I want to tell the hotel and it's like, can you get me another room? But what if they move me to another room without this view? So
Oh yeah, no, don't.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay,
just
whatever.
live with the shower. I heard something earlier. I was wondering what's that sound. I'm like, but I didn't want to say anything because I'm like, I didn't know what it was, but I'm like, is it for me? It's like maybe that was it. Yeah, but it's so faint. It's very faint. Yeah,
that was me. Okay, Shanna, ladies, what do you think of Chanel handbag in metallic color?
Okay,
any metallic, I think. Any metallic.
Well, I was mentioning the top handle mini, the new one. They actually have the metallic gold and silver. Yeah, the two gold color, the two metallic color, they're kind of metallic a little bit, I find. Or I guess any metallic kind of like, the 17 rose gold metallic, that kind. What do I think? I think they are absolutely stunning, but they're not everyday wear type of it's not even a texture. It's just like, yeah, it's a texture, I guess. It's just not an everyday wear type of texture I would go for, but they're stunning. I feel like if you can have like like one in your collection that's different, that it's more of a collector's piece that you could still wear sometimes. I would get it if it's really something that really attracts you. But yeah, it's just hard to wear those every day, I feel. It's harder to style like every day with a metallic piece unless that's how you wear things already. Like unless you're already really blinged out all the time already, I feel like they're kind of hard to style sometimes. But I love looking at them. Sorry, you were saying?
No, I agree. I was saying I agree because I had a metallic bag, not Chanel, my diorama. Many years ago, I had that red metallic, very different from a Chanel, but I agree that metallic is just a little harder to style. I'm not sure if it's because it's more standout and your clothes need to sort of really blend in or almost be different from it. I don't know. It's just harder to put together when you have a metallic bag, but they are beautiful. I mean, they stand out.
Yeah. Every time I see one on its own, it's like, oh, such a beauty. But wearing it and styling it is a different story. Yeah.
Okay, Vivian, do you have any recommendations for comfy sneakers or slip-ons from a luxury house?
I'll defer that question to you. Comfy sneakers.
Well, your common projects are sort of luxury. They are luxury, right?
Yeah, they are. I mean, they are like around the $600 range. Here's what I'll say, like they're not the most comfortable because when I think comfort, I think padding. I think like molding inside, like having a bit of arch support, like molding to your natural like supporting your feet basically, and leather that doesn't need to be broken in. Like that's what I think when I think comfort. So the common projects, there's still, you know, the street style sneakers. They still have sort of like a flat inside, like the insole is still flat. It's made of all leather inside and outside, so it's good quality and it feels well made. And they're obviously like the whitest pair of sneakers. Like they really are striking when you wear them. Like wear it with jeans, with skirt, with anything. It really does hold the look together. But are they like the comfort, like walking miles and miles sneakers? No. I actually have my professional custom orthotics inside them. I have the half orthotic so that it at least supports the arch of my feet, because they're completely flat on the inside. Like they're just street style sneakers, right? I feel like a lot of shoes, even if they're regardless of designer or not, a lot of them they're just made to look like on the outside to look cool. They don't necessarily translate into they don't translate into support, like real support and real comfort, real orthopedic support. Not necessarily. Yeah.
I agree.
Which is why Birkenstocks, they actually like they're not like the most stylish and everything outside, but they actually are supportive shoes. Believe it or not, yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how LV uses their investment in Birkenstocks, because if they can merge like orthodox,
orthopedic,
orthopedic and this kind of sole, like to give you support with their luxury shoes and make them to be the luxury shoe for comfort and support. Oh my goodness. Because one of the biggest problems with a lot of luxury shoes is exactly what you said. They look good, but they actually don't do anything. Like, I'll give you a good example, which maybe I'll get shot for this. And I told Amy before, the Chanel espadrilles.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they look superb. So many colors, so many materials. Cool. They look like they're so comfortable. Everything. It's just one of those shoes that, you know, will turn heads. But they are the most uncomfortable shoes for me, and don't have support. They're so hard to walk. They're not flexible. Everything like not for a shoe is in that shoe. But that's for me, because I can't seem to wear them. I had them before and I was like, how do people walk in these? But there are the other camp that just say they're the most comfortable. So that camp is actually really lucky because their feet can just wear anything. But I think for me and maybe for you as well, Amy, we need support in our shoe for our bad knees and hips and everything.
We're damaged. We're damaged. We actually need real support.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll see. I'm very excited for that. Not excited for the possible price increases, but excited for what could come, right? So Vivian, I think another comfy sneaker, I haven't tried it, but I have heard many people have good comments about it, is Golden Goose. Now, Golden Goose is one sneaker brand, like streetwear. I don't have it, but a lot of people swear by it. So they have I think they have an outlet in Singapore. I'm not sure if you're in Singapore, but they have an outlet. I do want to go and try, but they are very expensive. But if they are comfortable and they're luxury, so can we do, right?
Yeah,
I don't know any slip-ons.
I feel like at the end of the day, even if a brand is known for being comfortable, for example, even like Echo shoes, for example, like Echo is known for its comfortable like technology and everything. But once in a while, there's still going to be what pair that's not comfortable. So you still have to try it on. But yeah, I'd also say that the people who can wear the non-supportive shoes and say that they're comfortable, I think one of the reasons why is because they are either still really young or they just have really strong, like, I'm not kidding,
Arms.
like, yeah, something. I don't know what it is, but like they just are, yeah, a little different. But I was also told that it, with age and with depending on what kind of wear and tear you take to your body, like if you do a lot of running, if you do a lot of walking or whatever, like if you stand all day for work, that everyday wear and tear adds up. I'm not joking when I say we're damaged, because it's true. Like we just are kind of in a way damaged. So even those people who used to find those shoes comfortable, or who will find heels comfortable, will eventually still get to a point where they become uncomfortable. Everyone is different. I'm not saying like be discouraged and all that. Not saying that. I'm just saying that it is just part of life. you just deteriorate, and then you just need more support. It's true.
It's true. It's true.
It's just that I already am there. Like I'm already like, I can't wear the fancy 10-inch heels. I can't wear the stilettos. I just can't. Like I'm fine with not being able to, but it's just, it is what it is. And it's okay.
Gone are the days. Gone are the days where my heels were this. When I go back to my mom's place and my mom will ask me, Ame, your shoes are still here. Do you still want it? I'm like, what shoes? And I open the cupboard and I see this like row of heels. I'm like, oh, when did I wear them? What are they? Shoes that are like this. And I used to go partying, running around, dancing 5-6 hours, and I'm like, ooh, these are the most comfortable shoes. No. Girl,
no, they were still comfortable at the time. Like they're still okay for you, but like now they're not, right? That's the thing. Like you kind of can't anymore. So it will eventually happen to everyone. Trust me.
That's such a sad truth. Okay, Jean, Amy, have you checked out Henry Rose? It's 100% hypoallergenic, no nasties, cruelty-free fragrance line by Michelle Pfeiffer. Wow. She had a very bad reaction to perfumes and created this line.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you for the recommendation.
Thank you.
You know, they should just all make things hypoallergenic from now on. Like everyone's getting all kinds of allergies and this and that. And sometimes an allergy is like disguising itself into like an illness. Like it's just terrible. I think everything should be clean and safe and
no perfume.
But yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Henry Rose. Okay.
Henry Rose. Yeah, must write that down. I'm gonna go check later. Okay. There's a recommendation of books. Okay, from Jade Lightsword. Have you read the book Quiet by Suzanne Cain? It's The Power of Introverts. Oh no, I haven't.
I have not read this book, but I have a book called The Introvert Advantage, and just like Kat was saying, I read that like so many years ago, like probably over 10 years ago. I still have the book, but it's like what Kat said earlier. It's one of those books or one of those teachings that really opened my mind and even made me more self-aware of what is going on and why. And that we're not broken. We're totally fine. We're just this way. We're just different. And you can say everyone is different because that's the thing. No one is exactly the same thing. So yeah, I highly recommend The Introvert Advantage as well, but I'll check it out. Quiet by Suzanne Cain. So yeah, definitely like these, especially if you need something to like really, I'll say this, like I am at my most comfortable in my own skin now. 'Cause like, you know, I've had all these years of being self-aware and learning about myself, but I wasn't always like this, right? Like I'm totally fine with being like this and saying it out loud because that's just who we are. But I wasn't always like this. So if you feel like you're in a place where you just feel like you're kind of like an outlier, or you're different from your friends or different from your family, or you just feel like you don't belong, maybe it's a book that you can check out too, because like just things like that you might just start to understand why, and that is totally okay to be like that. And the funny thing is that extroverted people need introverted people in their life. They need that balance. And just like we need someone who's a little bit more extroverted to kind of bring that out of us too. We need each other. And that's also something that I realized that's kind of nice to know too. Yeah.
It's true. Actually, what you just said about extroverted people needing introverted people, I find myself having a lot of friends who are very introverted. And it's not that because we are both introverted, it's just that it's like I balance some of them out. My extrovertedness when I do my things helps them, and I think their introvertedness pulls out my introvertedness. So it's exactly what you said. It's that balance that helps each other. Because I think if I go to a party with all introverts, I just like I die. I die there. I'm like, okay, you guys are just too much for me.
You mean extroverts?
Extroverts, like, okay,
yeah,
we're not friends. You're all too much for me.
I know, it's so stressful. Like I said, being social all the time for me, my brain just can't take it. And I know why. I know why I accept it, but I still get tired. I accept it, but I still get tired. So I just have to go home and sleep. Yeah.
You need to recharge. Yes. And there's this, I know a few people, like they are 100% extroverts.
Wow.
They live and breathe it. Even they have no downtime. And I've asked them before, I've said that, how? And they need people. And so they need people, like they can't be on their own, but not in sense that, personal honor, they just can't. They get energy from being extroverted. So the moment they are, confined, they can't do it. They just can't. So I'm like, no, can't you be alone? They're like, no, I can't. And when you meet them, they're like, hi, Ken, oh my God, how are you? They're like, get away from me. But they are like that. They are born like they just can't function being on their own.
I know. And you know what? This kind of crossed my mind ever since the lockdown. I was just thinking, I'm completely comfortable. Like, I mean, even lockdown, I have lockdown fatigue now because I just want to go out. But not because I want to go out and be extroverted, but just because I just want to be outside. But I can only imagine for the real extroverted individuals, how insane they must feel after 1 week of lockdown, let alone the whole year now. Like, it's like, I'm okay. Like, I'm okay. I've always lived like this. But can you imagine? Chat. Well, thank goodness for Zoom. Thank goodness for live stream. Thank goodness for live chat. Like, honestly, otherwise, yeah, even an introvert feels like, oh man, I just need people. I need to talk to people. I need to see someone. I need to need the interaction. Yeah.
It's interesting. Actually, I think a lot during last year, a lot of extroverted people learned something about themselves. And then a lot of introverted people probably also learn the opposite. Like, you can be introvert, but you still like, oh, actually, I do miss, human interaction. I think this year there was a lot. I mean, a lot of us experienced different things, right, last year, but it probably really came out last year. Okay, Shanna's asking you, have you informed your essay about your interest for the bag?
Oh yeah, everyone keeps asking me, what do you guys think?
Of course.
What exactly? Of course. Now, I will definitely, like, that's the thing. We don't know when, right? You can't control when you're gonna get offered. I hope sooner rather than later, but like, it is what it is, right? Supply and demand, and But yes, I definitely have, because I'm not gonna let something as important, and also because I was being focused, right? If I was just walking in and I was just browsing, just casual, then I would never have brought it up, and because I'm not after it. But because I have this, I want this this year, right? This is my goal. So why would I just let fate do its thing that much? Like, I obviously I know there's still a lot of, like, luck involved, and maybe like timing, and also my own actions. All of that all together will help hopefully manifest this eventually, rather hopefully faster rather than later. But yes, I definitely have. And I feel like if you're after yours, that you should let your essay know too. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you might feel uncomfortable doing it too early, and that's totally understandable. But yeah, by your second visit, tell your essay.
Must tell. Yes.
Yeah, tell your essay. And there's many ways, I suppose. Like, you could bring up a special occasion. Everyone has a birthday, right? So everyone can bring up birthdays, but you can also just be genuinely, like, asking, you don't know how it works, how do I go about getting one? And hopefully your essay is nice enough to tell you. Like, that's why we say, once you click with an essay, once you find one that kind of jives with you, then you should feel comfortable enough to bring it up, because you're still the client. They should be serving you. But having said that, you kind of, you have to respect them. You have to respect their game and everything too. So yeah, definitely bring it up. And yes, I have.
She has 100%. Like, tell him now what color you want.
I cannot wait till it's till I get my hands on the Birkin and be able to really share the journey, because I'll definitely share what I have done, what I have said, what I have thought, maybe, like. But for the time being, you guys are just probably gonna see me unbox things here and there, and yeah.
Awesome.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. But that's the thing. Time will tell. And I think from all the immense, journeys that we've shared on our live streams, I'll link all of them. If you haven't watched them, I'll link them later in the description section. One thing that I have learned is that you will get the bag. So it's just a matter of time. And I think maybe before we all started our journey, it always seems so elusive. Like, oh, I can never get it. You never get the color that you want. It's so difficult. It's so hard. You never be able to tell anybody. But I think what I've learned, especially last year through Clara, Isabel, and also my own journey, is that you get it. You will get it. It's just a matter of time, and whether you're willing to wait, you're willing to push for it, and willing to just go and ask. So yeah, just ask and just say, like, I want it. So when will I get it? And then if you're okay, and then you need to wait, like, just wait. Before that, I always had this imagination that you'll never get it. Like, they will have to choose you. It's so hard. It's impossible. No lah. So far, I think everyone who I've spoken to, even for subscribers and followers, all have shared the same journey. Like, said, yeah, they may have gotten the color that was given to them, and that's their choice. But they always, I think, all got offered in the end. Just time. So anyway,
yeah.
So if you're thinking about it, I think just go for it. But we're not encouraging you to spend your money, huh? If you're ready for it, just do what's right for you.
Yeah, exactly. We're just here to share our experience. Whether you want to pick and choose what to do with your own, like, I don't do everything that Kat has done, or that Clara or Isabel has done. I don't do all of it. I still do it's still my own journey. So, like, I do things that I feel like I should be doing. And of course, I take their advice, and I take like all your guys' advice, because a lot of you also tell me stuff and your journey and how it has worked for you, but it's all going to be different. And that's the thing. Yeah, I guess exactly. The number one thing that I learned is that you just have to be patient, because you don't know. You don't know when, you don't know how, you don't know. Yeah, you just don't even know which bag you're gonna end up with. So like it's you just don't know. So it will happen, but it'll just happen when it happens.
Yep. Okay, next. Okay, we've got 5 more minutes. I don't have a lot of questions, so we'll just run through them. Yeah, 5 more minutes, right? We're just chatting. So nice. Okay, Snowflake, what do you ladies think of the Rolex? Will you get one?
I like the Rolex. I hope I can get one eventually. Maybe I don't need to wait till I'm 50. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I would love a Rolex, but the thing is, I don't really wear a watch anyway. So if I buy it, it's more because of the brand, because of how nice it looks. It's almost like a jewelry piece for me. Yeah, I'd love a two-tone one. It'd be nice to have a two-tone one.
I agree. So I'm the same. I would love to have one. I never got a Rolex, and I got other watches because I just don't know. I just feel like the Rolex is like, it's the same like the Birkin, right? It's like the top of the watch line. Of course, I know a lot of watch connoisseurs out there would say, no, Rolex is not the thing. It's the mass market of watches. But, they're famous for a reason. And they hold a value and they're sought after. But I never got it. I just don't know why. So maybe I need a reason to buy one. It just needs to be a special occasion. Like maybe when I turn 50.
No, but it's true. Like maybe when we turn 50, we don't really want to like be stuck to our phones as much anymore. So we actually need to tell time from our wrists.
Yeah.
But now I'm always on my phone. So why would I need a watch when I already have the time on my phone? Bring too practical here. Yeah, that's why I said it's almost like a jewelry piece for me if I get one.
For sure. Okay, Latara brags, Amy and Kat. Pre-lawn nylon Chanel shoulder bag or brand new Noe BB shoulder in monogram? I can't decide. Oh.
Okay, so Noe BB is the one with the monogram and the vachetta, just the mini one that's crossbody, right?
Noe BB. I think isn't that like a bucket bag? Noe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pre-love nylon. That's the thing. Which pre-love nylon Chanel shoulder bag? I don't know which one that is. You cannot decide. Oh. I want to say brand new because I don't know which Chanel nylon bag it is. However, yeah, it depends because how is the Chanel nylon shoulder bag? Is it like really cute and like vintage and super like unique? That could be interesting too. What do you think?
I think if I look at this, because I see nylon, I would only go for it if the price is really good, for sure, right? Because the condition, I wouldn't know the condition. But I also look at the two bags as quite different. Like one is a shoulder bag. Is it like a flap shoulder bag? And then you've got the Noe, which is a bucket bag style. So there's different styles of bags. So I also think that you need to choose on the style of bag that you like. If the price is good, if the price is good for the nylon, I'll go for the nylon. And because if it's fun, it's cute, and it's really cheap, then yes, I go for price. Yeah. Sorry, you were saying?
I don't remember. I cannot decide. I feel like I want to agree with you. If it's like if it's a good price and if it's just really cute and unique, then go for it. But yeah, it also depends on the condition. Like how worn is that nylon? Because it is fabric, right? I almost prefer brand new because of that reason, but it also depends on which Chanel bag it is. Yeah, it's so hard.
True. True. Okay, I don't see many more. I think that's all. Let's see. I think Latara's decided. I just saw it. You're gonna go. Here we go. I think you just decided. After getting all the comments and recommendations from everybody's like telling her. I can see like everybody's giving advice. So Maria's saying, from Maria, I agree. I love the LV more than the Chanel. Okay, so you go with the BB. Yay!
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. We got last question. All right. This is the last question. Kristen, what is your take on the Chanel Small Hobo from the SS 2021 collection? Was there a small hobo?
Small hobo bag.
I don't remember. I remember seeing a bucket bag, like the small little pearl one, which
is
kind of cute.
Unless you're referring to because I also remember the little crossbody bag. It's flat and there's a flap. It's like flat and it has pearls on the strap and then a leather piece. Yeah, that one.
It's called the Small Hobo.
Oh, it is called Small Hobo. Okay, I love it. That's the one I was trying to describe. I actually love it. I think it's super cute. Here's
another picture.
Yes. And it's actually a good size. It fits your essentials for sure. It definitely fits a large size phone because I remember it was like 19 centimeters tall or something. Yeah. And it's flat and it has pearl details. I think it's super cute. Now, is it a good investment? Like if you're looking from like a resale point of view? Don't know because it's such a different style. Like I know it has pearls. I know it's a Chanel, but it's so different and it's not like here's the thing, like this bag, even though it has the silhouette of a very practical, like it's so practical, it looks very practical. It's flat, it goes against, it's crossbody, it goes against, but then it has pearls. So the pearl side, the pearl is not practical. It's cute, it's beautiful, but it's still a little kind of dressy practical. So that's where I'm not so sure about adding it to my collection if I were to consider it. Just because of that, it's a little strange to be like, it's a flat little bag and it's a crossbody, but then you get pearls. It almost kind of defeats the two different styling of the bag is a weird to me, but it's cute. It's so cute. Like I don't know how else to explain it. It's almost like a little novelty practical bag almost.
I can pull a picture of how they styled it.
Yeah.
How she's you know, when I was going through the app and I was looking at all the bags, I actually swiped past this bag. But you know, Chanel, the thing about Chanel bags is I've come to realize is sometimes you don't see it at first. Then the more you look at it, it sort of grows on you, which is sort of like the Chanel 19. I think the first time actually Chanel 19, the first time I looked at it, I liked it. But some of the colors, like I was like, oh, not nice. But then I look at it again, I'm like, oh, actually it's quite nice. So I feel like this is probably maybe one of those bags that the more I look at it, but I agree, you know, the pearls. But it would look quite boring without the pearls though. I think the pearls
exactly. Without the pearls, it just looks like an errands bag.
Yeah.
But why would you put pearls on a bag that is like supposed to be, it feels like it's more of a practical everyday style. You know what I mean? It almost feels a bit strange, but obviously I know it's a seasonal piece and, you know, they probably did it because I don't know. Like I said, this collection is a lot about comfort and oversize and just maybe it's part of that thing. They just want to spruce up like a really practical bag. That could be the thought behind it. So I wouldn't really buy it for like investment purpose or whatever. It's only if you really like love it, basically.
Let me see. I
'Cause
see
I would
one
go-
without the pearls though. So here's
Mm.
one. Okay.
Oh yeah. See this I can get behind, because this matches more with the whole like more like everyday, more like I'm just being easygoing. I'm just going to the supermarket and grab a few things type of vibe. Like that's how I feel. I don't know why I feel that way when I look at it.
Yeah, I think that's a better bag to get, and it's also well, it's not that cheap. It's about $6,000
Yeah, they're not
dollars.
cheap at all.
Wow,
They're
wow,
not.
it's quite a bit. I don't know.
They're
Anyway,
not cheap.
you
That's
know.
why I said. Oh, sorry.
Mm.
That's why I said from the point of view of like if you're worried about resale value, because we always talk about that and we always get asked that, then it's probably not the best choice. But get it if you really love it. You know, sometimes you just really love something and you just want to get it. So
Agree. Okay, so I have one more question. Okay, why don't we take this? So this will be our last question to take us. I think it'll be a quick one. Lauren, the best Hermes fine jewelry piece in your opinion, not to break the bank, so that you can afford another purchase later.
go for their gold rings.
Yep, they're gold rings. Totally agree. The prices are reasonable. They actually cheaper than what I thought they would be for luxury. Cheaper than what I thought they would be, and they're nice. They're everyday, easy to wear, and got quite a lot of unique designs.
Mm-hmm. Just go on their website. Hermes is one of the best websites out there too. LV has really good website. Hermes also. I think Chanel is probably the worst. It's the worst because they never post everything in there, and also you gotta wait. But I'm obsessed. So
Actually, the Chanel app has everything.
what? No.
Yes, the app has more stuff. Oh, not okay. Maybe I shouldn't say that. It doesn't have everything, but it has more things than the website. So I find it very strange that the Chanel's website has less things than the Chanel app.
Really? I never
Yeah.
I never actually had used the Chanel app. I always just looked on their website.
Well, I think their website's layout is not so user friendly. The app is more user friendly. I'm not sure whether I'm seeing the same website, but anyway, that's what I found out when I was doing that video the other day. So anyway, thank you everybody for today's video, today's live stream. If you haven't watched it, if you missed the beginning, we did a tag, and so you can go and rewind and watch that. But make sure you are subscribed to both our channels. Next week, live stream is on Amy's channel, so make sure you go there as well next week. And yeah, if you like this, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.